Good evening, everybody. Just after 5. Sorry, I'm a little late just coming on. I was just trying to find something on the computer and the computer decided to shut everything down and have to open up the pages again. It is Lynn here, hashtag GoLiveGranny. I am the GoLiveGranny. I've had that title for a little while and I'm grateful to Lottie Hearn who gave me that title. Hello, Leanne. Hello, Tristan. So Lottie Hearn gave me the GoLiveGranny title a couple of weeks ago and I'm having a lot of fun with the title and planning a lot of things going forward. Now, I'm just going to refresh my page, folks, because, hang on. Yeah, I want to refresh the page because I want to watch the comments coming up. So there's Leanne in there, Tristan is in, other people coming in. For those of you who are watching on the replay, which you won't be yet, but you might be in the future, it is Tuesday, the 28th of August 2018. Always like to put that in because obviously the people on the live broadcast know when I'm live streaming, but if you come in on the replay, you won't have a clue when it was recorded. So it's always best to give that date. So I've had a fairly quiet day at home, but decided I wanted to hop on here because no, I don't want to lose that page. Hang on, I've got a page here that I want to show you in a minute and I don't want to close it down. Hi, Shania. Nice to see you there. So I'm going to, hang on, I'm just going to refresh my page so that I can see the comments coming up because it's easier to see the comments on my main page here. I'm going to be talking tonight. The reason I've done this live stream now is I'm taking part in the Ladies Go Live 5-day challenge. And the idea of that is to encourage a lot more people to go live. Not just ladies, although it's called the Ladies Go Live. It's the Ladies Go Live and the men who support them is what they're talking about. Sorry, I'm just trying to find them. I'm on the wrong page. That's not good, is it? Hang on, let's find note to self, make sure you're on the right page before you start your broadcast. But actually, this is raw and authentic. This is, it doesn't matter if you make mistakes. People are very forgiving. And that's what I found in my audience, and the ones who aren't forgiving aren't part of my tribe. So there we go. Right, I am now finally on the right page, so that I will be able to see the comments coming up. So as I say, I'm jumping on today. This is to take part in the Ladies Go Live 5-day challenge. So the purpose of that is to get ladies, mainly to get ladies who have, and the men who support them, to actually go live on broadcast because it's such a wonderful way of getting messages out, but people are a little bit shy about getting on. So Lottie and Tina and Jenny, the 3 ladies who run the Ladies Go Live group, have set up this challenge. And so I can drop you a link in. Let's see if I can give you the link. Hang on, I'm still not in the right place. This is, never mind. So what we want to do is encourage hi Paula, lots more of you to go live. So let me just give you the link for that, and then I'm going to talk about something and a project that I got involved with that comes under my knitting, nattering, and networking. I'm always talking about my knitting, nattering, networking, and the updates I do. So just let me get this link because I want to share this with you. If anybody wants to come into the challenge, let me just hang on, let me just get the link so that any of you can join if you decide to have a go. So let's just pop this here. Look, so this is the link for the challenge. It will be when the computer decides to play. I'm having issues. I've got a rather old computer here and sometimes it plays and sometimes it doesn't. So there we go. There's the link I've just put in for the challenge. Anyway, people are talking about all sorts of different things in their lives. Now, when I get my reason for going live, I will explain why I started going live, how I started going live, and now what I do with my lives. And then you'll see that I've just been involved in a very huge project. My bit was a tiny bit, but it was involved in a huge project. So keep watching and you'll find out all about it. So I first started live streaming when Tristan's in the broadcast now. Tristan is my son, and he used to live in Australia. And I told this story on my live stream last night, but I'm sure some people won't mind me saying it again because not everybody was in there. I was 2 years ago, I got my health back, fortunately, thanks to a lovely friend called Tina. I had a skin problem that laid me low for 5 years, so from 60 to 65. When I was 65, Tina, my lovely friend Tina, introduced me to a grain-free diet, and within 5 weeks my health started to improve, and it's improved and improved, hence why now I can go out and live stream. During that time from 60 to 65, I was spent a lot of time at home, not going out, not enjoying it, but the power of live stream came to me, because during part of that time my son Tristan was in Australia, and he was embracing the power of live stream. We knew video was going to be important, you know, but we run well, he runs a digital media agency, I do some social media teaching, and he does a lot more than I do, but I do my bit, and I'm enjoying now doing the live stream and the social media management and networking with lots of businesses. So anyway, there I was at home, not able to get out very much, but I had the beauty of the internet. And as Tristan was out in Australia, he started live streaming through Periscope. I mean, we're here now on Facebook Live, but he was using the platform Periscope back then. And he used to live stream around Australia and take me to the most wonderful places without me ever having to leave home. I didn't need to get a bus. I didn't need to go to the airport. I didn't need a passport. I didn't need to pay for flights. I sat here in my lounge and I had a world tour. Well, I had a trip to Australia through Tristan's wonderful lens, and he used to take me round the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and even on New Year's Eve, he was live streaming from Sydney Harbour Bridge with all the fireworks going, and it was absolutely amazing. I felt like I was in the crowd, but, I hadn't had to leave home, and that was marvellous. So I could see the beauty of this. Then through Tristan, I met lots more live streamers, and I ended up going to America and to Alaska and all sorts of places without ever leaving my lounge. And so to me, live stream was fantastic. I'd given up my TV license because there's a lot of stuff on TV that's rubbish. And why would you want to do that when these people were streaming across the world and all these beautiful places to go and see? Well, of course, it's not only good for beautiful places, is it? It's good for anything, for any cause, for any event, any message you want to get out there, any business. Live stream is here. It's here, but it's so greatly underused, which is why I want to jump on the challenge. I mean, the challenge is mainly to get people who haven't yet started live streaming, but because I have been streaming, I'm still okay to come in the challenge because I can help the ladies encourage more people to get on the challenge. And so that's the idea. So today, while I was sitting on the internet doing various bits and pieces, because of course I spend a lot of time on there. I am a social media manager doing other management for other people's social media, because not everybody has time to do their own, and so I do some of that. And I always like to know what's going on. And today, while I was doing doing that on the internet, I noticed that Valerie, and I don't know if she's in the broadcast, I was talking to her just now, we've just connected on Facebook. I'd already been connected to her, but Valerie Larkin is in Ennis in Ireland, and she had this vision. I think it was as she was 60, and I want to bring her into a broadcast, but we decided that she hadn't actually got the technology to do it today, so we'll work that out another day. But I think she reached retirement age and she wanted to do something. This is what I was reading quickly earlier. She wanted to do something, and Valerie, if you are in the broadcast, please drop comments in so that we can see. She had this vision. She wanted to do something, so she decided to create she decided to have an attempt on the. She wanted to attempt to break, to create the largest knitted blanket in the world, and to break the World Guinness Book of Records for that. And so I sort of came in part way along that project. It came across my radar. Obviously, I'm a knitter, and some of these things, you know, come up in front of you. And I saw that project going on, and I thought, how great would it be for our little Isle of Wight? And of course, Isle of Wight is one of my passions as well, making sure that the Isle of Wight is visible to the world, because, you know, it's not as visible as it might be. And we shouldn't be a secret squirrel, because we're the centre of tourism. So I had this vision that some of us knitters here on the Isle of Wight could be part of this huge project going on that was really a worldwide project, because I think Valerie had squares coming in. The idea was to knit 6-inch squares, put them all together and make the biggest knitted blanket in the world. And then the project afterwards was to split the blanket up into, I don't know, I think it was about 600 smaller blankets, and use them for good causes. So it wasn't just a whim to have this thing done. There was a purpose behind it. So I thought the Isle of Wight needs to be in that blanket. You know, we are part of that. Our little community here can do something like that. So I chatted to some pals, and lovely Vanessa Standen, who runs Knit Knacks, a lovely wool shop in Lake here on the Isle of Wight. And I was privileged to go to her shop and live stream the day she opened in 15th of October, not last year, but the year before. And I remember the date because it's Tristan's birthday, the 15th of October. So that's why it's so clear in my mind. I haven't had to look it up. Anyway, so she put the word out to her people, and I know they knitted a load of 6-inch squares. And they sent them off. I don't know how many they did. I tried to catch up with Vanessa on that one and haven't managed to catch up and find out. But I know they knitted a lot of 6-inch squares. So, and folks, if you're enjoying this, please can you share the broadcast so more people get to hear the messages about, you know, all the different things that we talk about in here. And please, you know, comment. Do comment if you feel like it in the comments as well. If you're knitters, let me know. You know, because obviously projects like this, it links a lot of people together. So as I say, Vanessa did her squares and they went off. Now I was a bit of a dilly-dallyer. I'd made the squares. Yes, I'd made the squares, but actually, I was a bit slow. Oh, and then I bumped into somebody who knew me and was talking about it, and she said, "Oh, I've got a bag of 6-inch squares. Would you like them?" So I said, "Oh, yes, please." So I got them together, but I was terribly slow in getting them sent off. And all of a sudden, I thought, "Oh my goodness, I hope I haven't missed the date, and that we've got, you know," because I get so busy with so many things. I thought, I hope I haven't missed being in this challenge. So I went back on and I found the page for the largest knitted blanket in the world. And no, they were still okay. They were nearing the end of the project. I think it had taken Valerie a lot longer than initially she thought, but it doesn't matter. You know, you just keep going, keep going, keep going if you're on a mission. Hi, Janet. And so that's what Valerie did. She forged forward. She's had an awesome team, people all over the place sending things in, and I'll show you in a minute. I'll turn the camera around onto my screen and show you. And so it was just amazing. So what I did, I was in a rush, so I was going up to London, so I grabbed all the squares and I stuck them in my lilac lil, and off I went to London to do my granny duty, intending to go to the post office and get them posted. But, you know, everything got, you know, so many things going on that I was just about to come back to the island and I hadn't posted them. But my lovely daughter, she said she'd take them off. So she packaged them up, she sent them off, she posted them. And now I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn the camera around. Hang on, because let me show you. Look, there we are. Whoops, let's hold this. So you can see the pages, the largest knitted blanket record breaking attempt. So this is a world record, Guinness World Book of Records. In the corner square, hi Princess Lavin, that is, I presume, Valerie holding up the piece of paper that says, and it says 21,004, oops, I can't quite see it, 400, I can't see that, but it was over 21,000 squares. But if you look at the picture there, 101 squares from Lynn Blackledge from the Isle of Wight. And that is what Valerie and her team, they were making sure there was recognition from everybody who sent squares in. Wasn't that lovely? So she's put, hello and thank you to Lynn Blackledge from the Isle of Wight, UK. Your squares have arrived and will be added to the blanket. So there we are. That was a little bit of Isle of Wight. I didn't see Vanessa's ones arrive. I'm not quite sure when she sent them. And this project has been going on for a very long time. I could scroll back, but I wouldn't be able to find them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the actual finished item, and they had a warehouse. Now just look how amazing. So just bear with me. Look, there we are. So we've got the largest knitted blanket world record attempt. So let me just click on here and show you. So there we are, they've got a warehouse, and look at all those squares. They had drone footage, somebody came in with drone footage and took, this is marvellous, this is technology. So that, my little 101 squares, and Vanessa Standard squares from Lake, and the other people that were involved, look, are all sewn into that blanket. So look how huge, hi Laura, look how huge this blanket is, it's massive. But there's a little bit of the Isle of Wight in there, and that was very important to me, to make sure that we were part of that World Guinness Book of Records attempt. Doesn't matter, not to worry Laura, come in and out as you can. We're just talking about the squares I knitted to be involved in the Guinness World Book of Records attempt, and the lovely lady in the corner is showing that they smashed the World Guinness Book of Records. There we go. So I hope you like that. It's almost finished, folks. It's not very long. I'll just let you see the whole thing. So folks, you know, I am always banging on about collaboration, and the ladies that go live, I think they have a hashtag collaborate, not collaborate, not compete, or something like that. I need to look it up and learn it. But you know, when you work together, I mean, I've said it so many times, when you work together, the magic happens. And you know, I just had, you know, I sit here in my lounge knitting a few 6-inch squares, but I was part of that major project, as were so many people across the world. It was absolutely amazing. Lovely Valerie had this vision, and I do want to interview her, and I'm going to see if we can get her onto screen. I'd hoped that she could come in today, but the technology, she hadn't got the technology at her end to join me in the broadcast. But you know, just so many great things are happening all over the world, and you know, we can be part of those things and share them, and the magic is in the sharing. So folks, if you're enjoying this, please share the broadcast, because again, as I say, the magic is in the sharing. Now, earlier in the week, some of you will have seen. So anyway, many congratulations to Valerie and her awesome team, however many there were, and I'm a little part of that awesome team. You know, we all play our part, we all cogs in a big machine, and we can all make more things happen. Last week and this week, last night, I've been talking about the magic of sharing, and how sharing, you know, sharing is caring. I always tag people. I try always to tag people who share my stuff. Sometimes there's so much sharing going on that I hope I don't miss as I scroll back. But sharing really is caring. Working together, collaboration makes the dreams happen. Teamwork makes the dream work. No I in team. I should have all those things up here. I'll have to get them. Tristan, you have to do the graphics for me behind. Tristan's here in the broadcast. He is my son. He does wonderful graphics. I'm going to brag about him because, you know, he's good. And he and I have been plotting and planning a project for taking the GoLiveGranny live streams forward. So watch this space. I'm going to pique your interest on that, but keep watching, because if you want me to keep live streaming and doing more of this, then we're bringing a project to you that that we'll reveal very soon, and then if you embrace it, then we can keep doing all the live streams. So it's exciting times. I've got another birthday coming up. I'm heading very fast to the big 70, but it's 2 years away. I'm almost 68, but it just proves that no age is too old to do anything like this. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. So there we are. If you believe and achieve. And Tristan showed me the technology of how this was possible, because I'm watching those lovely live streams. I jumped on that technology as soon as I was able and loved it. And at one point, when Tristan was in Australia, there was a platform called Blab. And on the screen, one person controlled it, and you could have 3 other people coming in. Thank you, Princess Lambert. 3 other people coming in, so there could be 4 of us sitting on the screen, 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. Unfortunately, Blab's no longer with us, but the technology is moving on, and more things are happening, and more things are coming to fill its place. But in those days of Blab, and I'm going to say this because actually it's coming up to my birthday, and I want to tell another little story. Thank you, Laura. Yes, sometimes you watch me here at home, sometimes you watch me out and about. I should be out and about this week because, of course, we've got the carnivals. And, of course, Laura, I'm linking up with you tomorrow anyway, so that would be really nice. Looking forward to that. And you see the power of the internet makes online friendships, and then you can become offline friendships. So Laura and I are meeting for a cup of tea tomorrow. That'd be really nice. And we're going to see the carnivals as well. So anyway, what was I saying? I was saying about, I was talking about the power of live stream and how it happened. And so 2 years ago, I think it was, wasn't it, Tristan? 2 years ago, or I don't know if it was 2 or more. Sorry, I've lost track. Anyway, Tristan was due to come over to the UK, as he was doing each year while he was away, catching up with us for a while and then whizzing back to Australia. And he was due back in Australia, and he was due back to the UK. And he and I were running a business conference on the 15th of September. Now, my birthday's on the 8th. So anyway, I knew that he would be here for the 15th, but he was playing very quiet and wasn't telling me when he was going to get here. Now, obviously, I'd hoped that he would be here for my birthday, but he hadn't told me. But as I say, it didn't matter because he was going to be here a few days later. Fine. So I loved Blab, and I was meeting lots of friends that Tristan had made on the internet, lots of lovely people talking about their businesses. There was a lovely lady who made biscuits, Sweet Danny, she made biscuits. There was other ladies running other businesses. There was Chocolate Johnny, who's a 3rd generation chocolatier, and so there were all these different people, and it was fascinating. Don't forget, I wasn't a very well person at the time, so I could sit here and enjoy all that without leaving my sofa. Yes, thank you, Tristan. And I can see you're putting comments up there. Oh, I see you've put something in there, Tristan. That's lovely. Thank you. He's revealing a little bit of our plotting and planning there. Anyway, So, as I say, I wasn't sure when he was going to arrive in the UK, and he was playing dumb. Anyway, he managed to cover his complete tracks. And on the morning of my birthday, I'd been up late on the 7th, the night before, and I'd gone to bed, but I was awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. And what Tristan's plan had been, he had planned to knock on my door at 8 o'clock in the morning without me knowing he'd gone right away across the world. And, of course, when you're on digital, you have to be very savvy because, of course, I could look and, unless he turns his notifications off, I might have seen him travelling across the world. So he, at one point I did see that he was not in the right place in Australia, but I dismissed it, maybe he'd just gone travelling somewhere. And then he obviously realised, switched his notifications off, so I couldn't see where he was. It didn't reveal to me that he wasn't where he should be. So anyway, his plan was to arrive and come up my street and knock on my door at 8 o'clock in the morning, because there's no way he was going to disturb me I'm going to do, Princess, I'm going to do that afterwards, folk. I'm just going to finish this one now. Sorry, I got distracted. So what happened? I was awake at 5 o'clock, and because I was awake, I jumped on live stream, and so I jumped on the live stream and jumped onto Blab, and the ladies were chatting away. And all of a sudden, one of them said, "Lynn, why don't you jump in the broadcast?" And I said, "Well, hang on a minute. I'm in my night clothes. I'll go away and get my clothes on, and I'll get back on live stream." So I did. I got dressed very quickly and got in live stream. It was all very exciting. You know, it's all exciting, this. I love it. And so I got on live stream. And the ladies were chatting away to me. Well, unbeknown to me, they were distracting me. Because they knew I was awake, and because they were all part of Tristan's big plan, they let Tristan know that I was awake and that he didn't have to wait until 8 o'clock in the morning to knock on my door, because he was actually down the road and he was probably going to have a snooze in his car and wait till 8 o'clock. But because they knew I was awake, they sent him a message saying, "Look, she's awake." So what happened, I was broadcasting here like this on camera, and all of a sudden, at just after 5 o'clock in the morning, there's a knock on my door. Well, it didn't frighten me. It didn't frighten me at all. I knew exactly although I didn't know he was going to be there, as when I got a knock on the door at 5 o'clock in the morning, I knew exactly who it was going to be. So what happens, I pick up my camera, I stay on live stream, and I go down and answer the door on live stream. So the ladies who were covering for him actually saw me open the door to him, and he was live streaming the other way. So he was standing on the doorstep with his camera live streaming me at the same time as I was live streaming. And that's the magic of live stream. It was fascinating, but people were all able to come in and enjoy it and share it. They'd been part of the secret. They didn't know that was going to happen because nobody knew I was going to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And of course the Australians awake at different times than us, but it balanced out because for some reason I was awake at 5 o'clock in the morning. One of the wonderful stories of live stream. We have so many stories. We've got to write our books, Tristan, haven't we? So anyway, Tristan's putting something on there. Let me just have a look, see how much he's revealed. Yes, so he's been plotting. He's set something up for me, and he's put the link there. So you might want to go and have a look at that. And I've got to talk to you about: Are you a lurker? Are you a lurker, or are you a liker, or are you a lover? And that's some terminology around the live streams. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who come into my live stream and who like to lurk, and that is perfectly okay. If you're a lurker, do not feel that you have to talk on screen. Do not feel that you have to do... Hi, Angela. Don't feel that you have to do anything else except lurk in the back of the broadcast. That's perfectly fine. There are people who don't want to talk, don't want to reveal that they're there. Sometimes I see people coming in. I know that if I'm connected to people, that I tend to get a notification. But there are people who do not want to talk to me while I'm talking on camera. Perfectly fine. I have absolutely no problem with that. I have absolutely no problem with people coming in and out when they like. Some people apologise that they've been late to the broadcast. This is not school. I know I'm an ex-teacher, but this is not school. You do not have to come at the beginning of the broadcast and sit all the way through till the end. You come in, you come out, you dip in and you dip out as and when you want. They're all there for the replay if you want to come back. You might be in the middle of it and you might have to go out and you still want to see the rest. The broadcasts are all there. So that's what a lurker is. A liker is somebody who likes, and I believe, Tristan, am I right? I believe in and they start commenting and making a few comments. I think this is right, Tristan. Guide me, please, here. And then lovers are people who really want to get more involved. And so I will be talking about lurkers, likers and lovers going forward. So, you might want to think, are you a lurker? Are you a liker? Or are you a lover? And lover in terms of, I'm not looking for a new lover, folks. This is not what I'm talking about. Just let's make that clear. a lover of the broadcasts, you know, so I don't want to find I've got a pile of secret lovers. I do get an awful lot of requests from men. I was telling Tristan yesterday, from men to be my friend on Facebook, and a lot of them are from the American military, and I always look to see, yes, lots of smiley faces there. I always look to see, have we got any mutual friends? Is this somebody that I think will be you know, worth connecting with? And actually, you know, more times than not, it's not. So anyway, now I am going to do something on here if I can find it, because I had promised that Princess Lambert, I would do something for her, and I haven't done it yet. I did, I have mentioned it, but I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to bring it up now, Princess Lambert, and this is something for people here on the island. So let me just, I need to scroll back because I want to tell everybody about an event that's going on here, and now is the perfect time to say, because it is this week. Hang on, oops, there we go. Just bringing up the screen. So Princess Lambert wants me to do a shout out for the St John's Club Fete. Now, why don't I turn this round so that I, as I read out all the screen. So it's St John's Club Fete, and it is at Oakfield Football Club in Slade Road in Ryde. So that's not terribly far from where I live. Here we go. And it's between 11 and 4 on Sunday. And there's a barbecue, entertainment, disco, double take duo. Ooh, that sounds interesting. They're appealing for donations of books, bric-a-brac, teddies, clothes, toys, DVDs, raffle prizes, etc. Always gratefully received for their fundraising efforts. And they have a charity shop too. It's 50p entry. I think that's a really reasonable, very, very reasonable cost. They've got stalls, entertainment, disco, barbecue, raffle, tombolas, games, bouncy castle, refreshments, fancy dress competition. And John's Club supports adults with learning and or mental health disabilities. And so please, folks, what I will do, I'll put that, put the poster on my page. If anybody could share, again, sharing is caring. Tristan, can you do that? I don't know if you can grab it, can you? Not sure, no, you probably can't. What I need to do, actually, let me share it to Facebook now. Because if anybody, so it's going on my personal page. If anybody can take it from there and share it on, I'm going to put please support, because it's nice if again, sharing is caring. If we can all help each other, more magic happens. And they are doing, St John's Club is, John's Club is doing such a fantastic job. Please can you all share? There we go. And that's over on my personal page. So if you will go over there and add a little bit of love there and share it, thank you very much. Whoops, what, it's not, oh, hang on. Okie dokie, so let's go back and where I was, so that yes, so again, any of you ladies that want, ladies and the men who support, don't forget, if you want to come in and join on these live streams to hang on the live, woo, let's get this on the live streams. Join the live stream challenge is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm distracting myself while I'm trying to, because I'm trying to find the I'm trying to find now. Because I went over to that that poster, I've forgotten what page I was on. I got so many tabs open. Tristan tells me off when I have all my tabs open. I need to be on my own page here, back again to share it. So I'm just hopping over there now to see where I should be. Oh dear, it's a bit, sometimes the technology defeats me, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think I do bad for my age, I do try very hard. I do like to share all the things. So I hope that you have been enjoying the update about the knitting, nattering and networking. So the knitting, of course, very, very involved. Oh, no, not very involved, but involved in that big project. I do a lot of knitting for charity. I've got some knitting this week I've got to finish. For Nathan, who comes into the broadcast, he's asked me to do something for the hospice. He's raising some money for the hospice, and I've promised him that I will do something. And then yesterday, like a silly Billy, I got on the bus. I got on the bus with my knitting and with my needles and my wool, and completely forgot the pattern. So that wasn't very bright, was it? So today I'm going to be sitting and doing a bit of knitting in a minute to try and catch up with that project. I've got a little something I want to make for a member of my family, a little fun thing which I will show to you when I've done it. I need to do that, and it needs to get in the post by Saturday, so I really have to crack on with these things. But I do hope that you are enjoying the live streams. If you are, then and you want to encourage me, please look at the link that Tristan's dropped there. You know, you can continue to lurk, continue to love, continue to like, you know, whether you're a lurker, a liker or a lover, then please continue to join me in the broadcast. Just going to drop the link in again if you want to join the ladies challenge. And it's, as I say, it's for the ladies and for the men who support. So there we go. Should have just dropped that in. Did it drop in? Hang on, wait a minute. Oh yes, it did. I couldn't see it drop in, but that's because Tristan has pinned a post for me, because Tristan does help me administering my pages and that. So there we go. And yes, thanks Princess Lambert. She sent the link again. I've actually shared it. I can share it some more. Right, you've got, Tristan's got a guest. I don't know who that guest is, but somebody's just arrived, so he's got to go. I'm actually going to go now, folks, as well. Watch out for more broadcasts. I will put up, I'll put up on the page when I'll let you know in advance when I intend to go live, because I've got tomorrow's carnival in the afternoon. It's Ride Children's Carnival tomorrow afternoon, Sandown Illuminated Carnival tomorrow night, Ride Main Carnival on Thursday, and Ride Illuminated Carnival on Saturday. And on Sunday it's the West White Carnival that was rescheduled from earlier in the season to Sunday. And then the 22nd of September is Isle of Wight Day, and in between I'm sure I should find a lot of things to go and live stream, people to interview, places to go, and fun to have. So thank you for joining me in the broadcast. I very much appreciate it. If you are enjoying the broadcast, please share, because the magic is in sharing. Just going to share with you the fact that on Sunday I live streamed the ride out of the scooterist here at Bank Holiday Weekend. Thank you, Janet. And that video, because you have shared so much, you have shared over 200 times, that live stream is just about to hit 20,000 views. It is absolutely amazing. It's where, whoops, I've got a video call coming in, and I'm just going to kill it for a minute because I'm on broadcast, so I'll have to do that in a minute. So yes, so absolutely amazing. You know, I could stand out in the rain and do that live stream, and unless all you lovely people shared it, it would not have been reaching 20,000 views, and that is absolutely amazing. And it's being shared by lots of scooterists. They're sharing it to their scooter clubs. People are sharing it with people they know. Same goes with the carnival. If you see people in the carnival that you know, share it to them. The carnival committees are sharing it on their own pages as well, so that everybody gets to see. And you know, it's raising the visibility of our beautiful Isle of Wight, which is one of my main whys. You know, I do things very much for my beautiful family, which is very important to me. My Isle of Wight community is very important to me, and this growing community now is very important to me. And of course, in that community we do things like the knitting, the sharing of the events going on. Very important, and live stream, such an important but very underused tool so far. So I will keep on encouraging people to push the button, encouraging people to share. So any of you lovely people out there who want to do a 5-day video challenge, a 5-day live stream challenge, I've dropped the link in. Do go and do it. Come and join us, and I will encourage you. If you just want to do that for 5 days, then jump on, and I certainly will get behind you and give you all the encouragement you need. Because yes, it is scary when you start. I was scared when I started, and if you look at my original broadcasts, you will see I was like a rabbit in the headlights, a bit scared. But now my confidence has grown, and we've got so many messages to share that, you know, just jump on and get the message out. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. I'm going to go and do some more sharing and caring, and get Leanne's poster shared more around the internet so that lots of people go to support John's Club on Saturday. I'll support it if I can. I've got so many things to juggle, and of course I need to get from one place to the next. And if I can manage it, like I did last week, I was down at the Crazy Kindness Day and I went there and live streamed. I'll see what I can do, Princess Lambert. If I can get there, I certainly will. But I'll certainly share it out some more now. Love you all lots. See you all soon. Bye for now.